Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome to my channel. Great guys to be back on another video on map making. Currently busy finishing off, or rather say working or carrying on my work on Western Australia version 2. Currently busy extending the railway out to the farm, so that's my busy little project that I'm busy with. I've already placed the rails all the way down there, right past the farmhouse. I've still got a lot of stuff to do, as you can see, but going all the way here, it's the, how would I say, the closest best spot that I could get for a railway storage silo, you know. So that's what we've got here, and there's a nice road here between the fields. That's why I've decided to place it here. I've already chopped off a bit of this field, I think this is field 5, and placed it here. Got our little railway coming down here. The farm is just here, so it's close to bring your stuff in here, and then obviously the train will go out here, and then all the way around back to the other side of the map. Great, man. So yeah, if this is your first time on the channel, guys, welcome, man. A very warm welcome to you. It's really nice to see some new faces always, and also a warm welcome to the old faces. Not that there's really a difference between old and new, but you guys are awesome, sticking with me all this time. We've learned a lot together through the years, you know, so it's always been fun making these videos, and yeah, just carrying on. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm just basically clearing the track. I've just finished clearing, laying down the train track, so I need to move the spline and everything over, obviously. But first, I'm doing the cosmetics at the moment, just clearing out the crop, you know, because I still need to make the field smaller, do all those nice things. I'll just roughly go through this process, you know. I'm not making, how can I say, it's not a work of art at the moment. It's just roughly doing it, and then I will come back to make it nice when I do the fields, because I need to chop these fields all the way down the line now, back to the back end there. Then I believe field 9, I've had one of you guys give me a tip on field 9. Apparently that is free. I can't believe that it's free, but yeah, apparently field 9 is free. So I wanted to have a look at the farmlands. Where is the farmlands on XML, just to make sure what's happening on field 9. Why is it free? I can't believe that it's free. I've definitely missed that, so I want to just have a look at where's my farmlands.xml. Why is my farmlands.xml not here? I don't see it. Am I missing it? Info layer farmland, that's what it's called on this map for some reason. Okay, so field 9, it's actually farm. Look at that, there is a problem. ID 11, so it's field 11. Sorry, maybe I've misread it, or I didn't remember. So for some reason there's a price scale of 0 on field 11. I never noticed that, guys. Yeah, that's amazing. Never noticed that. My fault, definitely. So yeah, that's all sorted. Other things that I'm busy with on the map itself, all the buildings, I've changed the mode, the 3 game modes of the map. All the lights, I've sorted out all the lights. That's the one thing I've done. The lights are now all working, though be it they work during all over during the day and during the night. I'm still figuring that out, or thinking what I should do there. Then the trees, guys. Yeah, the trees is a real headache. I've replaced all the trees in the map with these ones. They're the same ones that the guy used in what's that map? I actually downloaded it just to see what trees he used, but it's an in-game tree. It's nothing special. It's actually one of these trees, stone pine, and unfortunately, the guy who created Western Australia now, he took the original tree, made it smaller, but forgot to rename the one that he made smaller. So now all the names of The trees are exactly the same, unfortunately. So you don't have different sizes of trees. So it's very difficult to replace the tree. So I had to replace all of them at once and keeping the attributes. That's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to keep the attributes because now what's happening is um, the ones that are standard size, the moment, just for interest sake, guys, for those of you who are mappers or map makers, if you take a tree and you make the size smaller, yeah, at your, if you go to window attributes, if you change the attributes of it at scale, then the tree becomes difficult to cut. And it's all funny things that happen when you cut it with a chainsaw, the one that you've made bigger or smaller. So if you have trees with different stages, rather use the different stages than modifying the attributes, because that's what's happened on Western Australia's map. The trees have been modified and their sizes have been changed, and unfortunately these smaller ones is very difficult to cut. In fact, in game I've tried to cut them, but some of them you can't cut. The tiny ones. These ones do cut. You have to just for 500 times try different angles with your chainsaw. Eventually you'll find one that sort of works off the tree, a little bit on the side of the tree, and then you can cut it down. But these ones, they cut normal, the standard size. So all the ones that are different sizes than these standard ones, this is stage 2, by the way, of the stone pine. Unfortunately, that one you'll see, it's also stage 2, but it's been modified, you see. So that is the only hassle. So if I want to fix that, I have to replace every tree on this whole map manually. And believe me, there is thousands on this map. If you can see, there is really a lot of trees on the map. And to do them manually, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. It's just too much work. So if there's guys that really want to change the trees or remove trees, I will suggest unpack the map, go into the editor and just delete the trees out, save it and pack the map again and enjoy the game, you know. Great. Then the other thing, guys, that I've changed is all the buildings on the main farm. Everything, every single one. You can now start the game without it. In other words, if you start the other 2 modes, start from scratch and hardcore mode, whatever you call that third mode, or the second mode. Is it new farmer mode? I think is the first one. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. The other 2 modes. If you start in any of those, the farm will be empty. So there will be nothing here. Then you can build your own farm. You can actually buy the ground first of all. Obviously, you'll need to do some contracts. And that's one nice thing about the map. I've added the contracts and the contracts is working. So there is some contracts. I've been plowing on just a save game on this field. I've been cultivating it for the farmer. $250,000 he's paying me to just cultivate this field. But it's enormous. It's taking hours to do that with a, I think I'm busy plowing or cultivating with is it a 15 or a 16 meter cultivator, something of the kind. Could be 18 meters, but very, very nice big cultivator. But it takes hours to do even just this map or this field, you know. So yeah, that's the scope on that. Right, and then guys, there's a lot of guys now, obviously, that is talking about the splines. They don't like the splines. Unfortunately, guys, if you, I can't. The splines is part of the game, so either they're in or they're out. So it's one of those things. Some guys want them in and other guys don't want them in, you know. So yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just going to leave them in. If you really want them out, go into the editor, just delete the splines. There won't be errors for it. Just delete, don't delete the whole spline transform, just delete the splines that you want. So you go into splines and you go into pedestrians, for instance, open the pedestrians and just delete these loops. Don't delete the system. And then the traffic the same. If you don't want the traffic, just take that loop and delete it, and then all will be well. There won't be cars driving and there won't be people walking. Save the map, and by the way, guys, you can play the map in your map folder. It doesn't need to be zipped. So if you unzip it into your maps folder, into your mods folder. It's playable 100%. You just can't play multiplayer. So if you want to play multiplayer, you need to zip it, unfortunately. But yeah, it is fully playable unzipped in your mods folder. Great, man. So that is a lot of the changes that's coming up for version 2. The main thing is the train. I wanted to put the train there. The trees I've sorted. And then there's a few tiny other things that I'm busy working on. The fences. Yes, that's the other thing. The fences, I'm going to make all the fences removable as well. In fact, if you select these fences, they're already part of the package, but I'm going to delete them out of the map and put in-game fences, which you can then just select and delete in-game, you know. So yeah, that will be the plan for the fences. I just want to make some better fences here, because these fences are old and they don't look so good anymore. It's probably giving some character to the map in any way, so maybe I should leave them, I don't know. But there's been a lot of guys that asked me about the fences, you know, if I can remove the fences and put other fences. So I'll think about that still, you know. Great, man. The other problem, obviously, is the placeables. Not the placeables, the little gift thingies that you search for. What you call it? It's not placeables, man. It is called. I'll tell you now what it's called. It's somewhere here. Collectibles, man. The collectibles. Now these collectibles, if you start in the other game modes, they're gonna hang in the air. Yeah, on the main farm. The ones that are hidden here on the main farm, and that I can't change either. So you're gonna have to bear with having collectibles hanging in the air. So I'll just grab them out of the air. They're floating around, especially when you've got the full set. They'll be here on the display cabinet. You see, so these things, once you get them, they're going to hang in the air. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have another place to put them, unless I move them to maybe a solid structure. Yeah, I'll think about that. It's maybe a good idea to have them somewhere on a structure outside. Because when you start the other modes, the house disappears and then they hang in the air. Yeah, once you've discovered them all, but the idea is to discover all of the tractors. There's like, I'm not sure how many tractors there are, but once you've discovered all of the tractors and all of the trailers and all of the actual one will appear here in the display cabinet. You know, so yeah. That's the idea of the collectibles. So you get a lot of bucks. I think it's $100,000 you get, or $100,000 you get for completing one of them. You know, so yeah, that's a lot. And each one that you find also gives you $1,000. So yeah, it's a lot of money to get all the collectibles on the game. Yeah. Great, guys. So yeah, I've just thought I'll just give you a bit of a heads up what I'm busy doing with Western Australia. I think I've got another week or so to go, and then I should be finished with it. Then you guys can have version 2 and play and have fun. Great, man. Well, guys, it's always been good chatting. It's nice to catch up and just share with you a bit. And I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.